What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo State College Bengals Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Last week, the Eastern Michigan Eagles weren't ready for the ferocity of the Bengals as Lance Rice even took home MAC Player of the Week. This time around, the Bengals returned from Michigan to host, Michigan. I don't really get it either. This should have been a road series, but nonetheless, it gives the Bengals some opportunities to get some serious visits in for some top prospects. Like Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan comes in with just one win, and that was also against an FCS school. They seem ready for a serious pounding, especially considering that the Bengals will be showing off for 8 visitors who they really want to impress. I've said it before, but in the 3 seasons of recruiting, this is probably the most impressive class of them all, and there are so many players this week that are visiting who could be a part of something special at Buffalo State. Speaking of which, we see a couple players get rating boosts, including Leon Jacobs, who is now a 79 overall. Central Michigan's roster is better than Eastern Michigan's, but the catch is that Tony Poljan, their starting quarterback, is out with an injury. They will start Jason Whitaker, a redshirt sophomore who at the moment is nothing to seriously write home about. He has slightly above average physical traits and isn't quite developed. Nevertheless, this is a big game for the Bengals, so please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new for the love of franchise content. That's all we do here. Kevin Kinsley has it teed up as the Bengals defer to the second half of play, and we are underway. Lawrence, from about 3 yards deep in his end zone, wisely takes a knee, and it brings out Whitaker and the rest of the Central Michigan Chippewa offense. They start in the single back set. Second down and 3, Whitaker snaps, quick slant to Hicks, and he makes the catch inside the 45-yard line, approaching midfield. In the shotgun on first down and 10, changing it up a little bit. Whitaker takes the snap, moves around in the pocket, and is spun down. Guess who? Dennis Vincent, the big defensive tackle, drops him for a loss of 8. Move forward, 3rd and 6. Tight end comes in motion. Play action. Looks to unload downfield. He has a man. It's Drayden Law. He beat everybody. Reservations for 6. 50 yards on busted coverage from the Buffalo State Bengals. Goes to show you cannot get cocky even after a big-time 52-14 win. I guarantee you this is not the start Buffalo State expected. Tommy Keith from the left side looks to return the kick, follows his blockers, make a cut to the outside. A man dives and misses. There he goes. 2 defenders collide. He has one to beat across the 20 and down inside the 5-yard line, 94 yards, and it doesn't get much easier than this. Blazing speed aside, when 2 defenders collide like that, it gives Tommy Keith a clear running lane. And the answer Buffalo State needed. They come out goal line. Nicholas Lee in the backfield, 1st and goal. He takes the handoff and he's straight into the end zone for a touchdown. He's known as a power back, but he went in untouched like the dishes. Buffalo State ties it up. Central Michigan back in weak eye. Draw play to Gwilly and he's wrapped up. A swarm of Buffalo State defenders were not fooled at all. True Tinsley the first one there. 3rd down and 6. Buffalo State has a chance to get off the field. Whitaker steps back to throw, floats one to the outside, and Hicks makes the catch before Jennings flattens him, but he has 12 yards. Buffalo State makes some adjustments in coverage. They send a tight end in motion left to right side. Whitaker takes the snap, steps up to run, and Vincent strangles him yet again. He clearly does not watch tape because he would know that if you try to run into Dennis Vincent, it's not going to work out very well for you. 3rd down and 14, Whitaker single back set. Gets away from Jackson, puts it up for grabs in double coverage, and Jennings nearly has his first career interception. Goes right through his hands, but forces the punt. Rice faced with 3rd down and 5, bunch set right. He unloads to Brown, and he can't hang on. So Buffalo State's possession stalls. They have to punt it away. Derek Rain doesn't have the strongest leg, but has to pin him back. Short line drive, kick, and it's off the head. A doink off the helmet of Lawrence, and Steven Daniels recovers for Buffalo State. Maybe this is the advantage of having a punter with a slightly below average leg. I figured Buffalo State would get a turnover in this game. That's not how I thought it would happen. Rice fires the curl to Billy Myers, and he stiff arms his way down to about the 36-yard line as they started with excellent field position thanks to Derek Rain's heroics. 2nd down and 10, bunch set to the right side. Rice to pass yet again, throws intermediate to Johnson on the out route, and he's out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, sets up Buffalo State with a red zone opportunity. Snap, Leon Jacobs takes the carry from right to left side, gets around a man, swerves another, and Leon turns a loss into a 19-yard carry. 1st down and goal. And I didn't react very strongly because this happens all the time with Leon the Phenom. Even beating the first defender to the corner is impressive, but swerving the next is simply unheard of. 1st down and goal, back in the goal line set. Nicholas Lee takes his 2nd carry and has his 2nd touchdown as he falls forward. The bowling ball himself, and the ladies love it. Rightfully, we've reached the end of the first quarter of play. Buffalo State up 7. Second quarter action begins from Coyer Field. The Chippewas face with 2nd down and 6. Whitaker snaps, keeps it on the option, and Callahan is unfooled. The veteran linebacker makes the big-time play in the backfield. He had a sack last week. Great to see him getting more involved. Central Michigan punts it back to Buffalo State. Face 3rd down and 4. Spread flex give. Leon Jacobs right up the middle, and he's able to muscle his way across the line to gain. 1st down and 10, they keep it spread out. Play action this time. Rice has time, fires down the middle, and Brown can't hang on. He had it for a second, but the hit jars it loose. Not the best hands. Familiar territory faced yet again. 3rd down and 4, and back to Leon. He does what he does best, picks up a gain of 10 and a 1st down. They stay in the spread flex formation. Rice play action yet again to O'Connell, goes right down the middle and has a man wide open like a Burger King drive-thru. It is Chris Peterson for 27 yards. He's been an awesome piece early on as well. 2nd and 7, Jacobs back in the game. They hand it off to him up the middle. He swerves a man to the outside and into the end zone for a touchdown. I don't even know if he juked him, let alone got him with a hard cut. He just makes everything look so easy. I may be even trying to get on some pads at this point, who knows? Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Whitaker gives outside to Willie. He breaks a tackle for a second from Jay Woods, but can't escape his partner in crime as Ben Hall lays him out, and that's been the story of today. 3rd down and 10. Tight end goes in motion in the slot. Whitaker takes a snap, 3-man rush comes, lobs it up for grabs, and it's intercepted! Shelton Stewart is 2nd of the year. He has a bit of a return, down to about the 46. He didn't play very well against Washington State or Michigan, but it is great to see him play perfect blanket coverage and come away with the turnover. Buffalo State has a chance to take a 3-possession lead out of the pistol. Rice keeps it himself and gains about 9 down to the 36-yard line. The Golden Corral crew coming through. They continue to outman them up front. 3rd and 1, I formation, stretch left side. Jacobs, he gets a block from Lee. Needs one more and gets it. Leon is gone. You're not catching him in open space. He had to match Nicholas Lee's 2 touchdowns, and he does just that. They don't have a passing score in the first half, which is surprising considering how good Lance Rice has been, but it goes to show how deep this offensive unit really is. Out of the pistol, Whitaker takes the snap with 1:25 and ticking, steps back, lobs to the corner, and it's intercepted! The first of hopefully many for freshman quarter Zach Jennings. The defense is having an absolute field day. Buffalo State's offense takes back over with 1:08. They want to put up 35. Rice out of the bunch, fires quickly to Johnson right up the seam. He muscles his way inside the 30. They hit the clock down to 40 seconds. Jacobs is the back to the right side. Myers in motion, Rice, quick snap, dump off to Jacobs in the flat, and he stiff arms his way before being shoved out of bounds, but they give him a favorable spot. 1st down and goal. 35 seconds to go. Rice read option, dives for the end zone, and comes up just short. Mark him inside the 2. Buffalo State wants a 4-possession lead. 14 seconds, 3rd and goal. Up the middle, Jacobs jukes, touchdown. The hat trick, and we have not even taken a break for halftime yet. Buffalo State continues their momentum. from last week's win, and they have certainly been more than dominant today. 35-7 is the halftime score. Sure, so the Michigans suck, but what about the rest of the conference? Well, it's very clear that Army is once again the main competitor in the East for Buffalo State, but we know Ohio's good, we know NIU is good, and Miami of Ohio has Zach Meade. In the West, Toledo and Western Michigan are usually the top dogs, but they're out to a slow start. Some good news for the Bengals as they got a commitment from Toby Allen following last week's win, and I can't help but feel he's much better than the 2-star rating that he has been assigned by random recruiting services. Another player we covered in the special is Marshall Chase, and he committed to Purdue over the likes of Northwestern and Buffalo State. Steve Willison is the class's #1 free safety, and he committed to USC, and there weren't really any other competitors. Sean Robinson is currently the Heisman leader as he has led the TCU Horny Toads to an undefeated record. I only say that because I have a friend that goes to TCU. Make fun of her all the time. All jokes aside, in the top 25, Washington remains the top dog. Alabama moves up because Ohio State goes down. They lose 16-17 in a classic smash mouth contest to Auburn. We're at the point in the year where the upsets are really going to start rolling in, as we also see that Florida State plummets from 5 to 16 and USC loses their second straight game, this time at the hands of Utah. We'll have more updates overall next week, specifically on the recruits that are currently at Coyer Field. Speaking of which, back to game action, Tommy Keith to return 5 yards deep. He wants to take it out to the 10, weaves to the left side, already has one big return, looks for another across the 50, stays in bounds and breaks a tackle out of bounds though, inside the 35-yard line. He has been a X factor for Buffalo State. The Bengals start the half only up 35-7, and it appears they want some more. Rice back to pass, 2nd down and 8, fires to Myers, and he hauls it in traffic. He has really developed as an elite possession receiver, gains 14 that time. Fresh set of downs. Jacobs is the back to the left side for the Bengals, out of the gun. Lance Rice read option, keeps it himself, and down inside the 3-yard line. This two-headed rushing attack between Lance Rice and Leon Jacobs is very fun to watch. It can catch you off guard at any moment if you're not ready for it. First down and goal, they go I formation. The give is to Jacobs. He spins and is into the end zone for his 4th rushing touchdown of the game. He ties his own record and certainly has plenty of time to beat it. The Chippewas retake the field with 3rd down and 9, 5:36 left in the 3rd quarter. Whitaker snaps, faces a 3-man rush. Jackson gets there, he puts it up for grabs, and Hicks turns Stewart around. A big-time completion for the Chippewas. Sheldon Stewart certainly still working on tracking the ball while it's in the air. 5:08 in the 3rd quarter. Whitaker takes a snap, trips to the right side, looks to run. He's flustered and trips over his lineman's foot and cannot recover. A loss of 4. It is 2nd down and 14 as they have split backs on either side. 4:45 to go. Whitaker, snap, pressure comes from Hawkins, dumps it off to Wilson. Wilson breaks a few tackles and loses the football. Zach Jennings recovers, and it's turnover number 4 for the Bengals. Micah O'Connor, the rotational defensive tackle, comes in from behind and rips this football loose. Buffalo State retakes over. Up 35, they've made it no indication that they look for another 50-burger. Rice, quick throw to Myers downfield, and he's wide open for the reception and shoved out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They show off their chemistry yet again. Under 4 in the 3rd as Peterson comes in motion right to left. The stretch is to Jacobs, and he can't get away. Tackled behind the line, a loss of 3, and that effectively would end Buffalo State's possession. Whitaker spreads it out, 2x2, takes the snap, pressure comes off the edge, and he finds Nixon wide open on the out route to the left side. He gains about 19 down near the 35. A couple of minutes of clock go away as they continue driving. Whitaker from the gun keeps it himself on the option, has plenty of space, and is into the end zone for a touchdown. Finally, Buffalo State's 42-0 scoring run comes to an end, as the Chippewas had not scored since their first possession. Rice and the offense start their next drive with a bunch to the right side. And a quick throw to Billy Myers, who jukes and breaks a tackle. He gets away from everybody, breaks another before going down across midfield. 41 yards, he's got hands, he's got power, and he's been consistent this season. We've reached the fourth quarter of action. Buffalo State holds on to a commanding lead. 7 minutes of action to go. It's 3rd and 9. Rice takes the shotgun snap, drifts back, lets it go downfield, and Myers makes a diving catch yet again. 26 yards. He's definitely over 100 and is enjoying a breakout year in his sophomore campaign. Malik Dupree says an enemy deserves no mercy. They want to run it up. Rice takes a snap, 4-man rush comes, and he fires down the seam to Peterson for 19. He's down inside the 2. It's 1st and goal yet again for Buffalo State. Empty 2x3, they spread it out. Rice doesn't like what he sees, evades to the corner, big cojones, touchdown. Their 7th rushing score as a team. Jacobs has 4, Lee has 2, and Lance Rice joins in on the fun times. 5:50 and ticking before the Chippewas get to enjoy their miserable flight home. Whitaker takes a snap, pressure comes from Hawkins, and he drills them into the turf for a loss of 8. Buffalo State continues to eat away at this clock. 3:20 and ticking. I-form stretch right, Jacobs engages in a foot race with a linebacker that he's not gonna lose, gets a block from Lee, and he's down inside the 10. Nearing 200 yards, 4 total touchdowns, and 1st down and goal, under 3 to go. Rice stretched to the left side, Leon, corner for the record, and he gets it with his 5th rushing touchdown of the game. I don't know what he ate for breakfast this morning, but I sure hope it was legal. Backups decide to pour into the game with under 2 to go. 2nd down and 8 for Central Michigan. Whitaker takes the shotgun snap, stands back, faces some pressure, throws downfield, and it's nearly intercepted, but Martin makes the catch off of the deflection. I know scoreboard, right? But we don't have to see any more from this game to know who came out on top. Buffalo State, behind the alien game from Leon Jacobs, take this W 56-21. Central Michigan managed to cheese out a score against our backups. Despite the fact that Buffalo State didn't throw a passing touchdown in this game, there was plenty of love to go around to everybody. And most importantly, after getting the first 50 burger of the series, Buffalo State is able to get the double 50 burger. That sounds tasty. I'm going to Jack in the Box. Checking out the stats on the game, Rice was 15 for 26, 237, but it was Leon Jacobs' team today. 5 rushing touchdowns, 146. Lance Rice had a touchdown, and of course, Nick Lee, 2 touchdowns on 2 carries. Doesn't get more perfect than that. Billy Myers, 6 catches for 128. Chris Johnson and Chris Peterson, the tight ends, got involved, but no Pat Hughes today. He certainly did have some big blocks in the ground game. On the defensive end, Bender Rover and Tony Hawkins remain tied for tackles on the season. They just haven't decided who's going to take the title, so they've split it for now. Why not? Hawkins did have a sack today, Dennis Vinson the big game with 2, and unlike I've been able to say in the past, we did have 2 interceptions today. Shelton Stewart's 2nd of his career, Zach Jennings 1st. That's always very nice to see. We had a forced fumble and then the muffed punt, of course, to make 4 turnovers if you do basic math. We have a game against Army next week, so if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for the love of franchise and Dynasty content, because that is all we do here. We can build a winner together at Buffalo State. Thanks for watching. Click here to see more Bengals.